Hi and welcome back to Picket Fan's YouTube channel. My name is Emily and in this video we're gonna play around with a new medium from Picket Fans. This medium is called Paper Glaze Glass, and we have a couple of new colors in this line called Seaglass Blue, Seaglass Green and Seaglass Coral. And I will be trying these on top of some different surfaces and share with you how they are looking. And to start off, it could be nice to know something about this medium. So it's quite sticky when you are touching it. It's brightly shining and it has a lot of depth to it, and it appears like reflecting, if you can see it here on my small swatches that I did on just some scrap pieces of paper. It's semi-opaque, but depends on colors and how thick you apply the medium, and of course also about it could also depend on the surface that you are putting the medium down on. It also can appear wet when it actually is dry, so it's quite cool, and it dries really quick, but if you apply it too thick, of course it will take a lot longer for you to get it to dry. Yeah, so it's some of the features of this product. You have to play with it yourself to see how you can use it in your projects, but I just wanted to give you an idea here of how it looks when it's applied and also how it looks when it's dry. So you can see here I'm using spatulas and just quite thickly applying this to a piece of white cardstock. This is Nina 80-pound cardstock, so you have something to reference to. And yeah, I just went over it. I was also thinking maybe I should die cut this, but I didn't do it for today's video. Then I wanted to share how it looks through a really detailed stencil. This is the Indian Summer. It's a 6x8 stencil, and I'm using the Seaglass blue for this one on top of some colored cardstock. And I'm just going over this a couple of times until I have it nicely on my paper. And this is a stencil with like more solid openings, so I wanted to see how it looked through those as well. And this one is a quilted heart stencil that was released a couple of months ago. And then just for the fun of it, I spread this out on top of some black cardstock just to see how it will look when it dries. So I did sort of a swatch here. You can see I'm just messily applying it, so I get some thicker and some more like thin layers, so you can see when it dries how it looks. So there we have all of the three colors. And we have a new stencil this month called Ocean Waves, so I used it through that one as well because I know it would go well with the projects that I will be creating today. So you can see here it goes on really smoothly. It's very easy to apply to stencils, and I didn't have a problem with the more detailed stencils as well, with it seeping under, so that was nice. So here I let them dry overnight. Maybe you don't have to dry them that long, but I wanted to make sure that they were completely dry. You can see all of those features that I talked about a little bit previously. They are super shiny, they are a little bit tacky, and they appear nearly like they were wet. And you can see that there is some specks or some like spots in it, and that also enhances or create more of that effect that is dimension in this paste. So that's beautiful on top of that blue cardstock. And here is the more bigger opening, so you can see how that looks as well. So I think this is a pretty cool medium that you can have a lot of fun with. But now we will go into the video and create some projects. So you can see here I will start out by stamping this beautiful Dear Summer Loving stamp with some black ink from Picket Fans and their stamping tool here to help me get a good impression. I'm also using the Ola markers to color this image in, and that has quickly actually become my favorite alcohol markers to use. I'm using them for nearly all of my projects. I find that the colors are very nice and goes nicely together, and since they haven't come out with that many colors yet, it's really easy to find your favorite color combinations. If you're interested, I know that Olo is coming out with a couple of more markers, and I know that you can order them from Picket, so I can leave a link down below for you if you like to see the new colors. I love that these dies come, that these stamps come with coordinating dies. So I cut this out, and I will also go in here. I have my perfect blue color for this. It's actually a Copic marker, just to tie the background in. I wanted this to be more blue, so I don't have that strikingly white against my blue background. Then I'm going in with the new paper pouncers from Picket. They are releasing a couple of new packs this month, and they are in the aqua tones. I just need to reach for them. This one is called Ocean Blues, and they are super nice to use, and you can see how nicely they go over my product here that we use, the dry the seaglass new medium here. and since there is three paper pouncers, so you can have one for each tone of this color family, that is also really nice. Here's a piece of black cardstock that I will stamp with white embossing powder, the Swanky Sentiments, and I have the Salutations one here, and I also have the other one that were released this month. And by the way, if I haven't mentioned that, all of the products that I'm using in this video will be linked down below for you to easily access if there is something you want to go and have a look at. So you can see here all of the sentiments, how they will be looking when they are heat embossed. So I off camera heat set that, and you can see my sentiment is stuck on my finger there, and here is the sentiment that goes perfectly with this. I'm using my glue, is it called glue gun? I think so, from Sweet Petunia, and I will have that listed also. I think it's available in the shop. Hopefully it's not sold out. If you like to grab that, you can also do that in Picket shop. Here is that beautiful background that we created with the hearts. I'm just cutting this out with that scalloped edge, and you can see how nicely that actually cut with the die. And here is the slimline system, the scalloped frames, and I'm just cutting that out of vellum so I have a nice focal point for my sentiment. And then I cut teeny tiny foam bits behind my sentiment, and I actually did that in 2 layers. I have one behind the vellum as well, and then I'm pressing it down, and you can see how this looks. Once more, I'm using my glue gun and just adhering this to a white A2 size card front, and that pretty much finished off this card. So here is a closer look at our projects that we created today. That beautiful summer loving girl, and our clean and simple card here with the quilted hearts in the background. And we also have how the swatches turned out on black and on white, and this one I probably will save and use for another project. So I hope you like this video and a closer look at the new Paper Glaze Glass products that are coming out this month from Picket, and that you got inspired to maybe create something. Until next time, have a great day. Bye!